Rob Ninkovich, former NFL player with the Patriots, talked about the Browns' third down conversions and how concerning it is on ESPN's Get Up.
So I'm going to say a stat right now. I want you to listen to this stat. The Cleveland Browns are 6 for 29 in completing passes on third down. They're 6 for 29. They're tied for 30th in the NFL for completing a pass on third down, of third and medium to third and 10. So 6 for 29 in the playoffs. If you go into the playoffs, 30th in the NFL at completing and converting third down passes at 6 for 29, that's not going to get you into the Super Bowl. And against the Chargers, they rushed for over 200 yards. Think about that. They rushed for over 200 yards on the ground. When you rush for over 200 yards, your chances of losing are very, very low. So the issue for the Browns is going to be in the playoffs. If they get into the playoffs, they can't convert those third downs at such a low rate and expect to win or get to the Super Bowl. That's just impossible. So Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, those guys convert third and 10s.
And Jeff Phelps, that's a legitimate concern. That's one that it was a little eye-opening when you heard how much they had struggled on 3rd and 5 to 3rd and 10. And it's right around 20%, which that's got to be better.
You know, Dave, I was wondering, does anybody have the confidence when the Browns are down in a game late? And I know they've made comebacks, but if Aaron Rodgers has the football and you're down, you need a field goal, do you have the confidence that he can move Green Bay and along with this coach into field goal range? Do you have the confidence that Tom Brady can do it? Do you have the confidence that Baker Mayfield can do it? And I lump the quarterback in as along with the entire offense and the play calling that goes along with it. I don't think we have that confidence now. I think what we have is, hey, here we go. There's a chance. Keep your fingers crossed and let's see what happens here. As opposed to some of the other guys where you think we got a great chance of getting this thing into the end zone or into field goal range. And I think that's what it's going to come down to. I think Rob Ninkovich made a great point. 6 of 29 on third down passes is atrocious. And he said, your chances of losing in that situation when you have all the rushing is very slim. And he said, and you're not going to get to the Super Bowl if you're doing that on third down when you're passing the ball. Everything he said was right. And I just wonder, okay, so how do you get it straightened out? You know, is it one game, Dave, where, boy, Stefanski called plays that were executed perfectly. Baker checked off to the line of scrimmage, did something different that worked because of something he saw. You know, what's it going to take? I would think nothing but success. But until you have success in those situations, I think we're always going to have a little bit of doubt, you know, and we're going to have to keep our fingers crossed in that situation.
Yeah, and you know, when you watch the other guys that he mentioned, you know, Rodgers and Brady and those kind of guys, they seem to be able to find 16, 17-yard completions underneath that just don't seem like they're there when the Browns are trying to move down the field.
It's funny you said that. We had a caller on our show today on 92.3 The Fan who said, you notice, and I haven't broken it down, I haven't looked it up, but when he said it, I thought, you know what, it sure feels that way. He said, do you ever notice everything the Browns throw is down the field to the sidelines? He said, and they're not throwing over the middle. They're not running a whole lot of routes. The kind of route you just described, that we're not getting that. And that's where you can really get some big plays oftentimes. You know, when you're going down the sideline, about the only time you turn those into a big play is through air yards, you know, where you drop it in on a guy, or if you somehow hit a guy in stride, as Baker wasn't able to do to Odell several games ago. But over the middle, and there are all kinds of things that can happen. One of them is your receiver can get lit up. We know that. But boy, there's a lot of running room in the middle of that field, and we have guys who can take advantage of that. You know, Donovan Peoples-Jones in the open field, certainly Odell is incredible. Schwartz with his speed, but I wonder, the play designs seem to go to the sidelines. Whether that's true or not, it just seems that way to me. And I agreed with the guy who called our show today.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at as well. It's just very interesting, and we'll see. I mean, that again, it is a offense that will evolve.